And in class you did an investigation talking about parallel lines. So today we're going to go ahead and learn how to write the equation of a line that is parallel to another line. So we're going to start off with, if you're given an equation of a given line and a point of the new line, how to get that second line for the equation. So we'll start off with looking at step one. Step one, when we are taking a look here at finding a line parallel to y equals 3x minus 2 through the point -1, 4, we first need to determine m and b, or the slope and y-intercept of the given line. So if we take a look at our line that we are given here, which that line we have is going to be that y equals 3x minus 2. This is in our slope-intercept form, or y equals mx plus b. So I know that my m, or my slope, is going to be a positive 3, and I know my b, or my y-intercept, is going to be -2 because it says -2. So then step 2 is going to be to determine the slope of the new line. Now if you recall from our investigation on parallel lines, we discovered that parallel lines are going to have the exact same slope. So I know that my new slope, or my new m, is still going to be 3. Then step 3 asks us to set up our equation using our point that's given in the problem, setting it up in point-slope form, because if you recall, the reason why we have point-slope form is going to be for those instances in which you are given the slope, or find out the slope, and you are given a point. So in our case, when we look here, we have y minus y1, and y1 is going to be 4, so my minus 4 is equal to our slope, which is 3, times x minus our x1, which is -1, so minus a negative is positive 1. So now we've got our point slope form. Finally, our last step before graphing is to solve for y to get into slope-intercept form. Remember, this does not mean find the y-intercept. This means to solve it to get into that slope-intercept, or y equals mx plus b form. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to rewrite the equation. Y minus 4 equals 3 times x plus 1. And then we're going to go ahead and do our first step of distributing. Now remember, a lot of you guys just say you're going to distribute to both values in the parentheses, but then don't distribute to both of the terms. So make sure you distribute to both terms. When we do this, we get y minus 4 equals 3x plus 3. So then that final step of solving for y is going to be to add 4 to both sides, which is going to give us a final equation in slope-intercept form of y equals 3x plus 7. So now, when I come up here, we've got our two equations, and I'm going to write our two equations over here. Equation 1 is y equals 3x minus 2, and equation 2 is going to be y equals 3x plus 7. So now I can scroll down to our graph here, and I'm going to make note that I'm going to graph equation 1 in green, and I'm going to graph equation 2 in purple. So that way I know the difference between the two lines. So when I go to a graph y equals 3x minus 2, we said b is -2. So I'm going to make a dot at -2. I'm going to go ahead and move that dot up for us so it's accurate. And then it's a slope of 3, so that means that we are going to go up 3 and over 1, and up 3 and over 1. And then finally connect our dots and draw our line. So then we graph in purple, which is going to be y equals 3x plus 7, so I have a slope intercept, y-intercept of 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I go up 3 over 1, and then I'm going to go down 3 and back 1 just because I ran out of room on the graph. Connect my dots, and when I look, I have parallel lines so I can check.